let me explain the mirror exercise again so that it's easier for you to understand. So your twin flame is your mirror, but that doesn't mean they do exactly what you do, because in front of a mirror, when you lift your left arm, you see your right arm lifted in the mirror, because it's the inverse or the opposite, right? So when you chase, they run. They do the opposite, okay? If you both have a core wound, such as abandonment, you want to face it and they don't want to face it. It's the opposite, but you still have the same core issues, okay? So when you do the mirror exercise, it's not looking at what they're doing, it's looking at what it makes you feel to get to the core issue that you need to heal, okay? Essentially, you don't need to heal because you're pure love energy, but the ego and the illusions and society have made you feel other than that, and therefore you feel like you have to heal. Self-love gets rid of that programming to return back to your essence, which is love, okay? So for example, say for example, your twin flame is, I don't know, dating someone else, God forbid, okay? So how does that make you feel? It might make you feel angry, it might make you feel sad, it might make you feel not good enough. Choose the one. Let's say angry. So my twin flame makes me feel angry. Step 1. Step 2, change that around, the pronouns, so I make myself feel angry. And that is true, because no one can make you feel any way. You choose to feel that way. You can choose not to feel angry, right? You only feel anger because you're triggered, because there's something within you, okay? So step 3 is to accept it. And then step 4 is to identify. You can close your eyes, find it useful to close your eyes, because you're going to work with your inner child. You may see your inner child, you may hear your inner child, or you may feel your inner child. Doesn't matter. So you close your eyes and you focus on a specific time when you felt angry, whatever's coming up for you. And you go into yourself and you go and connect with your inner child. And then you ask your inner child, what does it need? He, she, they, whoever it is, what does it need in this moment to feel better? Do they need a hug? Do they need love? Do they need divine presence of God to come down? You can ask God to come and support. What do they need right now in order to feel better? Do they need safety, shelter, a safe place to let out their anger so they feel they're able to express it? Because maybe when you were growing up, you weren't allowed to be angry. I don't know. So do whatever that inner child needs in that moment and keep doing it until the inner child feels better and feels a sense of peace or happiness. Now, you will know that you have completely healed or removed this layer of anger when you no longer remember what you were working on, the subject, the issue. And then you will know that you're completely done with anger. But if you haven't, but you get to a state of peace, but you still remember what you were angry about, but you're no longer angry about it, that's fine. Because you do the mirror exercise as many times as you need to until you feel better. Self-love is a great thing to do, especially on this journey, for everyone, anyone. So I would suggest when you do your meditations, when you do your relaxations or whatever you do, just work with the inner child and just keep loving your inner child. Keep loving, loving, loving. Even if you're not triggered, even if you're not being triggered by anyone, and you generally are at a good place, when you give your inner child all the love that it needs, you raise your vibration and feel better. And who doesn't want to be in the vibration of love, where you attract everything and anything you want? And it is your true essence. Anyway.